Welcome back to this week's installment of the 1 Yard Line. In this week's episode, we will be discussing Baker Mayfield headed to the Rams, Deion Sanders coaching at Colorado, Titans GM John Robinson, Deshaun Watson, and many more. But before we jump right in, let's talk about stats. In the NFL's 14th week of the 2022 season, the leading passing leaders are Patrick Mahomes with 3,808 yards, Joe Burrow with 3,446 yards, Josh Allen with 3,406 yards, Justin Herbert with 3,339 yards, and Tom Brady with 3,332 yards. The leading receivers' yards are Tyreek Hill with 1,379 yards, Justin Jefferson 1,277 yards, Stephon Diggs 1,202 yards, Devontae Adams with 1,176 yards, and Jalen Waddle with 972 yards.
And the league leading rushes are Josh Jacobs with 1,303 yards, Nick Chubb with 1,119 yards, Derrick Henry at 1,078 yards, Saquon Barkley at 1,055, Dalvin Cook at 727 yards. Leading the tackle leaders are Rashad Evans at 134, Jordan Brooks at 131, Zahir Franklin at 131, Foye Aluakon at 128, Nick Bolton at 122. The leading sack leaders are Nick Bosa with 14, Matthew Judon with 13, Micah Parsons with 11, Max Crosby at 10.5, and multiple players with 10 sacks. Finally, the leading interception leaders are C.J. Gardner-Johnson with 6, Tariq Woodland with 6, Harrison Smith with 5, and multiple players with 4. To kick things off, let's talk about Baker Mayfield going over to LA to play with the Rams. On Tuesday, December 6, 2022, the Rams placed a waiver on Baker Mayfield, the only team to place waivers on Baker Mayfield. What do you think about that, Logan?
So, I think this is a great opportunity for Baker, but if he doesn't show any improvement, if he can't he's been playing bad the last year for Cleveland, hasn't been really doing it with the Panthers, but you can't really blame him on the Panthers because it's the Panthers. And then now on the Rams, I think this is his shot. If he does not get it done, I think he's going to be a backup for the rest of his career.
I agree with you completely. But I think this is more than just a move for Baker Mayfield. I think this could impact the Rams season.
Yeah.
We've seen Baker Mayfield take a mediocre Browns team and lead them to the playoffs. And then the next year, when they start putting pieces together, they actually almost made a deep playoff run. Now, I'm not saying that LA needed Baker, but I'm saying Baker and LA both needed each other to be able to to even make anything out of the Rams season. With Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp just playing hot potato with who's injured this week, it's kind of really hard to just say that the Rams are bad because they still have all of the pieces they need. And I think if any free agent was going to do anything about it with those pieces, it's going to be Baker Mayfield.
And the thing about the Rams being the only team to place waivers on him shows a lot of how the league kind of views Baker. They don't really see him as this starting QB that could help. I personally thought that Baker was going to go to the 49ers. But you know how Brock Purdy played.
I think that I thought Seattle was going to pick him up.
You did?
Because at the beginning of the season, I thought they were going to pick him up.
Oh, with the Panthers. Okay, yeah. I thought you meant now. It's
and now looking back at it, I think Baker is an amazing QB.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers just gave away too many weapons for Baker to be able to do anything.
Getting rid of Robbie Anderson and then CMC. They almost got rid of DJ Moore with the trade. There were trade rumors going around in week 8.
I think that they basically just flipped a coin. Heads, we get rid of Baker. Tails, we get rid of Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Because they're both playing like shit.
Yeah, they're both
Like,
playing either one. Like you can be like, oh, that's their stat, or either one.
let's not act like Baker was the worst of two evils, man. He took a team to playoffs.
Yeah, Sam
He
didn't
took a
do
team
that.
to playoffs twice. Sam Donald? What has Sam done? Nothing.
Thrown 5 picks to the Patriots.
He had multiple years with the Jets where he did jack shit. And they shipped him off. And then the Panthers picked him up. They're like, oh, him and CMC are going to be like the greatest duo. And then he did nothing with the time that he had with CMC, nothing with the time he had with Robbie Anderson. In all honesty, I thought Sam was going to be the one going.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing, too. To back up Sam and Darnold at Carolina. They don't have any weapons, like as we were saying. They need to build not just that quarterback spot. They need to build more wide receivers and more. They should need to get a better. I'm not saying that Tommy Tremble is not a bad tight end, but he's not. He's probably top 30. That's how good he is. He's bottom of the league of tight ends, and now since they just got rid of CMC, they have Devontae Foreman and Chuba Hubbard as their running backs, and the only people on their line is I don't even think they have Matt Paradis anymore, because I think he's in free agency right now. The only one I could think of is that Tyler Moton. I think his name is Moton.
If we want to really get down to the nit and gritty of it, I think if Baker shows out, he has a home with LA.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows with all these injuries and stuff, I think it's coming up to that time where Stafford is going to retire.
Yeah.
And if Baker shows out, there's a chance Baker gets the chance to be the starter after he retires.
Personally, I see Stafford maybe going for another year or two, at most.
I think Stafford retires because he wasted so much of his time.
Yeah,
he wasted his whole prime in Detroit.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that because
he deserved a ring. He deserved a ring.
I'm happy that he decided to play another year, but I think he should have just retired. I think he should have called it quits.
He should have called it quits. But
I think that Hennessy got to him. Super Bowl parade.
Yeah.
Week, you know.
Yeah. But no, he deserved the ring. Stafford deserved that ring, and out of anybody in the NFL, and I think him now did he tear his ACL? Was that what it was?
Yeah, he tore something. I think I'm pretty sure.
I think it was the ACL. I could be wrong at that, but him doing that injury, I think I could see him retiring this year. From this year to 2 more years. That's my time frame for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I also heard rumors that Aaron Donald might retire.
Aaron Donald was going to retire last season.
Yeah, but
he got talked into playing again.
I heard that he might retire after this season.
I think this is the last season. He doesn't have much to prove left.
Yeah, but
honestly,
it's Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, I can't really view the NFL without him. You know,
he has nothing left to prove.
Yeah,
he was defensive rookie, defensive player of the year. The only thing that I think was stolen from him is the year he won defensive player of the year. That MVP should have been his. He had statistically one of the greatest defensive seasons since Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
I think but I don't think he can play at that level again. I think he knows he's going to play at that level again. he's still Aaron Donald, but NFL lines
is
are
he the
just
same
getting better and better.
yeah, is he the same Aaron Donald?
Like, if you put that impressive defensive player of the year right, right in today's NFL, I don't think he would have won it again.
Yeah.
The way that Nick Bosa and Micah Parsons are playing, they're playing at a higher level than that Aaron Donald did.
Yeah.
And not because Aaron Donald is terrible or anything. Micah Parsons is a linebacker.
Yeah.
He can get picks. He can get He can be anywhere on that field. Nick Bosa is just a beast in a division that has weak O lines.
Yeah.
And that's not taking anything away from Nick Bosa. He's amazing. Nothing away from Nick Bosa. He's great, but Aaron Donald, back then there were not that many good O lines. You had the 49ers, Patriots, and Green Bay.
Yeah.
And the Eagles tripping in and out of having a good O-line and a shitty O-line.
Yeah.
So I think Aaron Donald retires along with Stafford. I think Jalen Ramsey requests a trade because Jalen wants another ring.
Yeah.
And he is not gonna get it if with all these guys who are built like cornerstones of the team are leaving.
Yeah. I don't see Ramsey requesting a trade, or if he does, I don't see the Rams getting rid of him.
I don't see the Rams getting rid of him, but I know that if Jalen Ramsey, the reasons why Jalen Ramsey left the Jags,
because they were bad.
He wanted to leave after they had that immaculate run in
that 10-6 run.
18?
That weird 10-6 run where we don't I don't know how
with
they
with Leonard Fournette and fucking Blake Bortles.
yeah.
So yeah. I think Baker's the future, and I think all the guys that they have right now are gonna end up leaving, all the cornerstones. I think Kupp is the only one I see staying if Stafford and Aaron Donald both retire.
Yeah.
Because I think Kupp is loyal to Sean McVay for giving him the opportunity that Sean McVay gave him. And I think if they can't get it done this year, those guys retire. I think Baker Mayfield is the future of the LA Rams.
What? Yeah, I agree with that. It's just it's Baker though, so
you don't want to say he's the future, but
I don't want to say
he did good things with the Browns.
Yeah,
But
the thing with the Browns too, the Browns always have people. They always have people, and they never make it.
You say they always have people, but they only started having people. In 2018,
Yeah, a few years ago they started getting people, and they haven't been anywhere. They've been
to playoffs twice.
Yeah, they've been to playoffs, but
they
how
have
far
players
in
who
playoffs? They didn't make the conference. I don't even think they made the divisional.
They've made the divisional. I think this last year they beat the Steelers in the wild card, and then
yeah. Roethlisberger's last game. Yeah.
Yep. I think that no matter how you view Baker Mayfield, you can view him as this terrible football player. I do not care. Baker Mayfield is a talented player, and he is destined to make a change, for better or for worse, for any team who has the chance to pick him up.
Yeah.
If he does end up leaving the Rams.
I do want to go back.
That's my take.
I want to go back on the Aaron Donald, and where you said he had that defensive player of the year, where he should have won MVP. I'll just read you his stats from here. So he started all 16 games. He had one pass deflection. I think that is.
Yep.
Yeah, one pass deflection. He had 4 forced fumbles,
Yep.
2 fumble recoveries,
Yep.
20.5 sacks.
Yep.
He had 41 solo tackles,
Yep.
18 assist tackles, combining
Yep.
of 59. He had 25 tackle for loss and 41 QB hits. If that tells you that he is one of the top defensive players in NFL history, I don't know what does. That stat line is incredible.
He got robbed of MVP that year,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it went to someone who also deserved it. I'm pretty sure it actually went to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, wasn't it Patrick?
I'm pretty sure it went to Patrick. So I'm not saying that like.
Yeah, I went to Patrick Mahomes.
He got robbed. He should have been one of the first defensive players in modern day history to win it.
Yeah.
But it obviously you can't say Mahomes never deserves any of the MVPs he got. I'm pretty sure that's the year he passed for like over 5,000 yards. I'm pretty sure that was literally
that was a 5,000 yard because he had like I think he finished with 50 touchdowns, and if he got 52, like Hines was gonna like they were gonna get a lifetime year of ketchup or something, which is like, weird.
You definitely can't say Aaron Donald got like robbed per se, but like for the stat line he had, he definitely got robbed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love Patrick Mahomes as a player. You can't take away anything that he's done, but Aaron Donald should have been MVP that year.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a Seattle fan.
Yeah.
Like, that's coming from like literally an in-division rival. Like, and if he doesn't make the Hall of Fame, then I think defensive players are just not getting the recognition they deserve anymore.
But here's the other thing with Donald too. Like in the MVP voting, the Rams also had Todd Gurley up there. You can't forget how good Todd Gurley was on the Rams. So
yeah, but Todd Gurley only got to have as many yards as he had because the defense was there, causing the turnovers.
Yeah,
he was the reason that defense, including Aaron Donald, is the only reason he was able to have the season he had.
Here, and then I'm gonna read you this thing. I found an article about Patrick Mahomes winning the MVP. It says right here. This is from NFL.com. There were other worthy alternatives for MVP besides Mahomes. Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald had one of the greatest from an interior lineman since the epic Aaron Donald season of 2017. So he not only had one MVP season, but according to the NFL.com, he had 2. You know.
Yep. Aaron Donald's prime was short-lived, but what he was able to do in his prime, boy should have had an MVP in that case.
I think 2018 should have went to Patrick. 2017 you could say differently though. 2017 he had a great season. If he had those sacks up more, because he only had 11 sacks, I think he would have won MVP.
It is very easy to wave off defensive players for those big rewards.
Because they're only focused on skill positions, you know?
They are only focused on the stats that pop off the page.
Yeah.
And you see low numbers like 12, 6, 22. It doesn't really fucking matter to them. But when you see 4,000, 50...
Yeah, you're like, oh, those are the big numbers I want to focus on.
Yeah. The defense doesn't get much love, and honestly, they need to recognize defensive players more than just giving them defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
The fact that Lawrence Taylor and Alan Page are the only 2 defensive MVPs is blasphemy.
Yeah. Which they deserve two of the
Yeah.
greatest.
Oh,
Two of the greatest
yeah, they
defensive
deserve
players
them, but
ever.
like the fact, and people are like, oh, modern day offense though, like modern day offenses could never do anything those old offenses could do. Dan Marino
Yeah, Dan Marino.
passed for over. I think he passed for over 50 touchdowns.
I don't think it was 50. I think it was 40.
He passed for a shit ton of touchdowns for the time.
Yeah.
So
I can look it up real quick for you. So, come on, load. Why is this taking forever to load? Come on. It's not loading. I think it was like 46, I want to say. That sounds right. 43, 46, something like that. But yeah, Dan Marino should have won an MVP, I think. Oh yeah, here I can get it right over here. He had 48. He had 48 touchdowns in his second year. His second year.
Yeah.
I think. Oh wait, no, he did. Oh, hey, we're dumb. Well, I'm dumb. He did win an MVP that year.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. I thought he did, but he didn't win. He didn't win a ring.
People who make the arguments that old offenses could never. Bitch, they have.
Look at Dan Marino.
Tom Brady did that stuff from the 2000s.
Yeah.
They have done it. The greatest show on turf. Like, no one remembers Marshall Faulk. Like, Randy Moss played in the 90s. Jerry Rice played back then.
Look at Joe Montana.
Michael Irving.
Joe Montana, if he played this year, oh my God. He would have been better than Tom Brady.
The old days of football, they could have. They just didn't.
Yeah.
So the argument of that's why they won the MVP as a defensive player doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I just think that they are just looking for stats. And what a better... Like, that's how Lamar got MVP. He had rushing yards. He had passing yards. Rushing touchdowns. Passing touchdowns. Didn't throw too many picks. Like, that is a stat-packed year.
Yeah.
And then you look at... Like, people like Justin Jefferson right now. He's having a stat-packed year, but his QB's up there because of him.
Exactly.
And if they're gonna pick either of the two, they might pick the QB because he has slightly more yards because he has three other positions on the field he has to pass to.
Yeah. He has multiple players he can get those yards stacked up. But
like Tyreek Hill could have won an MVP if you want to talk about that. Travis Kelce could have won an MVP if you want to talk about that. Like, people want to talk like skill positions always win the MVP because they do.
Yeah.
Like, obviously there's a reason why some of them do. Some of them have unremarkable seasons, especially for today's in football.
Yeah.
But the more and more we go on, more receivers who are passing 2,000 passing yards. Like, remember when that was a big deal? And we're on pace to have, like, 3 past 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
Like, we have Diggs, Tyreek, Jay Jettas. We have so many people on pace to do it, and everyone's like, oh my God, Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown.
Yeah.
But we have people who are about to hit the fucking Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Again, we're in a pass-first league, but his QB will win it before he wins it.
Yeah.
Like, their QBs will win before they win.
Yeah.
So, defensive players should get looked at more. Even if they're on, like, a low market team. Like, Tom Brady was able to win it, and who the fuck even knows what New England is half the time?
For real.
People don't know that's Boston.
Yeah. I knew it was Boston. It's always
They
been
just
Boston.
know Tom Brady plays.
Well, and other news from all that Rams talk, the previous head coach of Jackson State, Deion Sanders, has agreed to be the head coach of the Colorado. Sometimes I can't read. The Colorado Buffaloes college football team. On December 3rd, 2022, Coach Prime was named the head coach at Colorado. Here, since I went first, I'll let you go first on this one.
I have mixed feelings about this.
Okay.
Really fucking mixed feelings, okay?
They're not political, right?
No.
Okay.
Deion Sanders went to Jackson State and promised to make Jackson State big.
Which he did. He did.
He did, but not because of the football they're playing.
Yeah, because it's Deion Sanders and
Because it's fucking prime time.
Yeah.
Deion. What Coach Sanders did is disgraceful. He, I guess, as a fan more than someone who's in the college world, I guess I can see Colorado is a bigger school,
yeah.
bigger opportunity, but he promised to make them a big program, and as soon as he leaves, no one's gonna even remember Jackson State's a fucking school.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know who their head coach is now.
that's what pisses me off. Is he lied and jumped ship. And that's all I gotta say about it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like I'm agreeing with you with this one. I don't feel like this was the right move. I think he only did it for money, and this is what I think of it. I'm a Notre Dame fan, and when Chip Kelly left Notre Dame to go to LSU, he only did it for the money, and he really didn't even care about the team when he was leaving. He kind of just did this little press conference, was like, "Hey guys, this is what's happening. I gotta go on a plane now. Good luck." And then now we have Coach Freeman, who is not even doing a great job at it because it's his first year coaching, and he's more of a defensive coach than an offensive coach. And our offense always sucks, except for Michael Mayer, who is incredible. But no, Deion Sanders only wanted the money, and I think I'm agreeing with you again. Jackson State is going to suffer without him. Even though they have these talented players that Deion built, I think they're going to suffer because of that new head coach that's going to be in that role and not knowing how to build that team back up, And
Yeah.
I do have the right here. Deion Sanders' contract was $29.5 million for 5 years.
Listen, I don't blame Sanders for wanting to go to a new school,
Yeah.
but I do blame him for lying to the team, the players,
Yeah.
the people who wanted to see Jackson State succeed, giving every Jackson State fan false hope that Coach Prime was there to stay.
Yeah, and especially his I know that he had a bad what's it called? When he first became the head coach, he had that interview with Colorado. What was it?
I don't know.
Press conference, his first press
Yeah,
conference.
press. Yeah.
And he said something about the QB, and he said right here, he's going to have to earn it, though. Believe that. So he's saying that that his son goes to school at Colorado, Um, he's like, they were talking, oh, are you gonna make your son the quarterback? And he's like, oh, he's gonna have to earn it. I, I can just see Sanders just throwing his son right into there and be like, listen, I was the greatest at my position. You be the greatest at your position. You know. So.
I don't think anyone's gonna forgive Coach Prime for what he did to that.
Yeah.
Because not only was no one knew Jackson State existed
Yeah.
until Coach Prime, and I think that if Jackson State does good, all of a sudden it's gonna be it's only because Coach Prime brought those players
because
in.
of Coach Prime.
Yeah.
I see it like that too.
He jumped ship, and yet everyone's gonna give him all the credit.
Yeah, I mean, like,
There's still plenty of people who are too quick to forgive Coach Prime.
yeah,
I think that what happens with Coach Prime right now, I think what happened to him, he should get some kind of backlash for it. People shouldn't just be okay with leaving this young kid, like this young team, didn't even get the chance to like walk before Coach Prime just drop kicked him.
yeah.
Just said, "Have fun, bye."
And like Colorado, they're gonna do great with Coach Prime. Without
Coach Prime, that's the thing that I hate about it.
Yeah. I don't see them as national championships kind of team.
Obviously.
But I see them kind of like they're gonna be number one in their division, you know. I think everybody's mad about it. The only people that are happy is the Sanders family. That's the only team that the only people that are happy. And Colorado. But yeah. Not really big on that.
Not real big. I'm not real big on it. I don't think anyone's gonna be real big about it when it's all said and done.
Yeah. Anywho. Again, we could read the next topic.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of sitting in silence.
Titans general manager John Robinson was fired earlier this week. What you got on it? What do you think?
I think this was actually a good move. At first, I was like, why did they do this? But then, thinking about it, I think it's the right move. And,
yeah.
Like, at first, John Robinson was a great GM. Like, he made that move for trading the Rams the second pick so they can get Jared Goff, and then he got all those great players.
Yeah.
I know Derrick Henry was one of them.
I think
but then
he was a great GM to begin. And just shot himself. He fumbled the bag. Worse than Mark Sanchez.
I think what really happened, it really kind of like, okay, this guy might be on the hot seat, was the A.J. Brown trade. Because he only traded to get the number 18 pick from the Eagles and the number 101, a third round. I feel like you could have got way more out of that. Especially A.J. Brown, who's a young, talented receiver.
And we already see him producing
a great receiver.
Really, he's already turned into one of the league's premier receivers.
Yeah.
On an offense that was mostly run focused to start the year.
Yeah. Now turned into a
goddamn circus with all the like receiving threats they have.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. Like
Miles
you hear
Sanders.
those like you hear these names and you're like, how the fuck did they finesse A.J. Brown from the Titans?
Yeah.
What happened?
And it's because of their general manager fumbling the bag.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna be honest.
Like, honestly, I feel like the Eagles, I mean, not the Eagles, the Titans could have got a star, like I could see them going, like, getting Goddard, maybe, in that trade.
Even then, that's like a lopsided trade.
Yeah. Or somewhere on their defense, you know, because I know the Titans don't have the greatest. Yeah, I don't see the Titans having the best defense, like a top 10 defense, and
they could have probably gotten Darius Slay out of like.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. So the only reason A.J. Brown wanted out was because of the money. He wanted money, and they weren't like the GM wouldn't sign him to that money. The Eagles signed him to a 4-year deal for $100 million. You're telling me that the Titans, who are probably mediocre, are not? They don't have that money to pay.
Oh, why would they have that money to pay? They wanna get Derrick Henry to a max contract faster.
But here's the thing: they also have Ryan Tannehill, who's what is he producing? Sure they have Malik Willis behind him, but do you want to start a young QB and just throw him out there and just be like, "Good luck"?
That's what happened to Jalen.
Well, now look at Jalen. Now he has his weapons.
Yeah.
Which
But they're still gonna play Tannehill because Malik just wasn't the QB they wanted.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like they didn't want Malik.
They didn't want a mobile QB.
Yeah.
They wanted a pocket pass, and if you watch any bit of Malik, he was not a pocket passer.
Yeah.
And
he's a scrambler.
Yeah, I think that they're stupid for picking him.
Yeah.
Another team could have definitely used his talent and actually played him.
Yeah, we're not saying that Malik Willis is bad. We're just saying he's on a bad team right now. I feel like if he goes to a new team that actually like knows how to use a QB, like I can see him going to Seattle after Geno Smith kind of gets old and like because you guys do amazing with scrambling QBs. You had Wilson.
We had Russ. Geno can scramble a little bit. He's still elusive.
Like getting that young QB that can scramble on your team. Oh God! Like that.
Look what it did for the Ravens, bro.
That brings that. Like if you had Willis, you have Kenneth Walker, DK. You know that reminds me of Russ, Marshawn Lynch, and Tyler Lockett.
Baldwin.
Or yeah,
you want Tyler Lockett?
You can say Baldwin too. You can say Baldwin too. But
you know what it really reminds me of though?
What?
It reminds me of that Michael Vick Eagles team.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about the Eagles or the
Yeah.
Okay.
Eagles. It was on the ass end of T.O. being there.
Yeah. And then Mike Vick just got out of prison. Andy Reid's giving him a chance. Yeah, I agree. And they had LaShawn McCoy, I believe, right? They still have McCoy.
Sorry.
But yeah, I agree with you though.
Malik could definitely go somewhere and produce. I don't think they're obviously going to let him go somewhere else to produce because they wasted a pick on him, obviously.
Like it was a third-round pick, right?
They wasted a decent pick on him, yeah.
Was it 101, actually?
I'm pretty sure it was 101,
Let me look it up real quick. But, yeah, like...
Man, the Titans fucked up. and you can tell they just don't want him.
Yeah.
And as a fan of these younger QBs who are coming in the league, it just makes you sad. It just reminds me of the Packers picking up Jordan Love.
Yeah. I agree with that. And look at Love, look at Love compared to Rodgers. I personally, I would have Love over Rodgers. Rodgers is a good QB, but since he got paid that contract, he doesn't care about the team, you know.
Oh, and also, look what the team's doing with. I would hand the reins over to Jordan Love right now and say fuck it.
Yeah.
And I also think, excuse me, I also
You're
think
fine.
that the Titans, I think John just fucked up.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to fix what he fucked up, he just dug his hole deeper and deeper and deeper until they had to fire him.
Yeah.
It was no longer bettering the team. It was just turning into, let's see how far Derrick Henry can get us before I can fuck up another trade.
Yeah.
Like,
I did look it up, by the way. The Titans then traded 101 to the Jets, by the way. And they got from that, let me try to find it.
so not only did you trade away your top wide receiver, you then traded away one of the few things you got for your wide receiver.
Oh yeah, here's why. Because after pick 18, they had 2 picks, 18, and then at 26, the Jets then traded up so they can get Jermaine Johnson. So they traded the 26th pick and 101 to the Jets for 35, 69, and 163. And sure that those are great picks for that value, but if you then think about it, it's a first and a third that they're giving up for a second, a third, and a fourth.
And they also got rid of the star receiver, so they still needed to try to
Yeah.
make up something.
Which they did get Treylon Burks, but you know Treylon Burks, like his first practice, didn't he have to leave because he was like dying of heat stroke or something?
Yeah. I hope the Titans can recover from the fuck ups that John did,
Yeah.
because they do have a good team. They just need to start putting pieces together to make that team meet its potential, you know?
Yeah. I will say the Titans then with that 35 pick they got from the Jets got Roger McCreary. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, but was it worth?
Was it
Was it
worth
A.J.
AJ
Brown?
Brown? That I do
Like-
not know.
Like, if you want to look at that, if you want to look at like just the separate trades they've done after what they got for AJ Brown, then most of them are good trades. But if you want to combine them all in with the AJ Brown shit, horrible picks, horrible ideas, just bad across the board to me. And yeah,
I think I think it was the right move though, like getting rid of him. Yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, after 700 days, the one, the only, you know, everybody knows him, Deshaun Watson made his
The
return.
massage man.
He made his return back to football. Cameron, talk to me about it.
Do I got some things to say about this?
Oh, I know you do. That's why I asked you to say something.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is the NFL doing? They are suspending people for nothing But when this guy has sexual assault accusations, over 20 of them, man, and he gets suspended for 11 weeks? Bro, I hope every person who's like filed an accusation against like any sort of lawsuit or anything against this man, I hope that you guys get something, because obviously the people who run the NFL get a sick fucking thrill out of it. Because what the fuck are they doing, letting a man who has sexual assault accusations, over 20 by the way, if I didn't say that enough, come back and play football? Now, he had a good game, but we ain't going to talk about the fucking game. This man, Calvin Ridley, got suspended for fucking gambling for his team to win. Meanwhile, Massage Boy over here was racking up shit. He went to an all-you-can-eat buffet and got and racked up multiple fucking bills.
Anywho, now I honestly, everybody agrees with you.
Well, if you don't, then you also like massages.
But like you just said, Deshaun Watson should have been suspended for way longer. I would have gave him about 2 years. I would have given him 2 years suspension.
Fuck 2 years, bro. His ass would have been out.
Well, yeah.
All Colin Kaepernick did was kneel, and he got blacklisted.
Yeah. But like Deshaun Watson should have been yeah. And as you said with Calvin Ridley was suspended. Well, I shouldn't say was only. He was suspended the whole year for gambling. And why would you? I think what they did is like Watson was a top 10 QB, and Ridley
he was a big market QB.
Yeah, and then
he was from Houston, Texas.
And like Ridley, like not a lot of okay, NFL fans would know who he was, but if you ask someone who Deshaun Watson was, they like some people might know. Calvin Ridley, I don't think anybody outside the NFL would know. And them only suspending Deshaun Watson 11 games and then fining him $5 million. That was kind of like a slap in the wrist, you know. And then you bring up his games. His games, he won, but it wasn't because of him. He had 12 completions for 22 attempts, making a 54.5 completion percentage, 131 yards, 0 touchdowns in that game, 1 interception. And then he was averaging 3.9 yards in that. Like, his QB rating that game was a 53. He shouldn't have been back. Okay. It would have been, I wouldn't say better, but if they flipped Calvin Ridley's and Deshaun Watson's kind of like suspension and not gave, I can see why they would give Calvin Ridley the $5 million fining.
Yeah, because he gambled.
Yeah, because he gambled. But if they flipped it, I think it would have been a little better for the NFL.
It would have made way more sense.
Yeah, but
if the suspension, if they were flipped.
Yeah.
But no, they I don't think anyone is on Deshaun's side more than the NFL is.
Well, I mean, probably the Browns GM. He probably thinks it's a.
I don't know if he has any sense of humanity. Probably not. Let's be like, obviously he's happy for the football team that
Yeah.
like, oh my God, Deshaun Watson. But I think even a little bit of humanity was like, oh shit, that's all.
Yeah, like Deshaun Watson, he needed way more than what
Yeah.
he got.
That's for sure.
And like going back to that game, he's obviously not going to be great his first game coming back. But if this continues, do you think like the Browns paid him $230 million for 4 years, I think it was. Why would you sign a guy that like that's paying someone for doing bad? That's like giving Hitler like
Oh Jesus Christ!
but it is. It's like giving Hitler another like let's like if he was alive after World War II and let's say Germany won. That would have been like, "Oh yeah, Hitler, you get another whatever they do over there."
I was not expecting a Hitler comparison. I don't know this.
I guess I'm comparing Deshaun to Hitler. But no, like Deshaun, he needed way more
He
time
needed more of a punishment.
and
He needed more of a punishment.
less than 230 mil that he's like they said, "Hey, you have to you're fined $5 million, but here, have a 225 extra million though." So that's just gonna you won't even. That's like pocket change to you. That $5 million is pocket change. It really all messed up when Deshaun started like not wanting to play for the Texans, which I understand because they got rid of Hopkins. J.J. Watt was gonna leave. They knew they were going on the bad side.
Did you have to go so
badly down
that you went and sexually harassed people?
I think it was 23.
Yeah, it was over 20 by this season. It was over 20.
Yeah.
God, man. On to a brighter note. As Deshaun goes farther and farther away from the MVP race, let's talk about it. I'm gonna let you start this off, man.
We were kind of talking about the MVP a little with the Rams, so I don't want to get too deep in this topic, but I'm just gonna tell you who I think my MVPs are, who I think my MVP is, and then the runner up. I think the MVP right now is Patrick Mahomes, because he's playing great, especially like without Tyreek. You got like. He's not with Tyreek anymore. He just has.
Yeah, but they also did just go out and get receivers that can easily. Yeah. They got Juju,
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, and he still has Kelsey.
Yeah, he still has Kelsey. They need to work on their running back though.
Yeah, let's hope Alea is not the guy.
Yeah, I thought he was, to be honest.
I personally think that he could have been a better player, but pass heavy team doesn't really get to show his elusiveness too much. Like they had Shady McCoy and he didn't even show how it could. Granted, it was an older Shady McCoy, but still.
I think the last good running back for the Chiefs was Jamal Charles.
Oh, that's easy, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be.
Easily. Or Priest Holmes.
Yeah, Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, my runner-up for MVP, I don't think this is even a question. I think it's Jalen Hurts.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Who you about to
My picks. I got Justin Jefferson winning.
Really?
Yeah. I got Justin. I got Jay Jettas winning MVP.
So hang on. You're gonna say that Justin Jefferson is your MVP, even though the Jets held him for 45 yards?
Yep.
Okay.
He has the stats. One bad game isn't enough to deter me from saying Justin Jefferson is him right now.
But Tyreek's doing 100 yards better than him.
Okay. Look at Tyreek's team, though. Look at Tyreek's team.
It's kind of hard to compare the two, though, just because.
Yeah, look at Tyreek's team and then compare it to the Vikings.
Yeah, there's that's the other thing though. Tua has more people to throw to. He has Jalen Waddle.
And the Vikings have Adam Thielen.
Which he's getting older.
And T.J. Hawkinson.
I mean, Thielen's getting older. I think he should be done, you know. I think he
and they have Dalvin Cook out of the backfield.
Yeah.
I still put Jay Jettas over Tyreek. Now, if we want to, let's talk about my runner-up before I stir the pot a little more about why I believe Jay Jettas is winning MVP this year. I believe Jay Jettas, he should only be followed up by a QB who's been playing just outstanding comparatively. Jalen Hurts, I gotta be honest, I also believe in Jalen Hurts' season. Like, come on, it's Jalen Hurts. He's been playing out of his fucking mind this year.
Yeah, and it's because of the weapons that we were previously talking about with the tie-ins.
Yeah, it is Jalen Hurts' season, and no one will ever be able to tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, if Jake Jettas doesn't win it, I will not be in the slightest.
You know who's an underdog though for winning MVP? I mean, Tua, but I think this one's even more underdog than Tua. I think Joe Burrow is a really big underdog.
Let's talk about that.
Because
Joe Burrow is not playing at the elite level he played last season.
But that's because Jamar's out. Well, he's not out. Sorry. He's not. Jamar's not playing as he was.
And you got Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon. Like, one receiver being out should not be able to change how good you're doing.
But he's doing amazing though. Like Joe Burrow's doing. I can say better than he was.
And good for him. Good for him. But like, he's not putting up the numbers he needs to be putting up right now for any casual fans to be like Joe Burrow gets it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he is the MVP.
Even
I'm just saying he's an underdog.
And even I don't even think he's in my top 5 for MVP. I'll be honest. He's just not. He's not him.
I think he's right at number 5 for me. 5 or like, he might be 6.
Bengal fans can be pissed, but he's like number 7. I'll be honest. You got Mahomes, Tyreek, Diggs,
Jay Jettas,
Josh Allen.
Okay. Thing about Josh Allen though.
Jalen Hurts.
Josh Allen is now kind of playing back. Like he's starting to go back up, but that game with the Jets, that game ruined him. You know, he played horrible against the Jets, and I think it was at the Bills. No, I'm mistaken. It was at MetLife. I don't see, like, if Allen can't beat the Jets,
like,
I don't.
The
think
Jets have one of the best defenses in the league right now.
Yeah. I'm
And
not trying to be biased either.
It's been a minute. He also hasn't been able to be at home. Like he hasn't been able to play at home in a hot second.
Yeah, because that snow
He
in Detroit.
he
You
had
know,
6 feet of snow, but up until that Thanksgiving game, he was playing phenomenal.
yeah, you're right.
And
He's starting to get back to that pace.
And I think if I was in his shoes, I think I'm a little shaken up about not being able to be home at all.
Yeah.
Like in high school, you always want to do good at home.
Yeah, you want to try and impress your fans there.
Always want to do good at home. And I think that transfers into the NFL, especially for a fan base like Buffalo.
Yeah.
So, Josh Allen is still in my top 3 for winning MVP. I put Joe Burrow out of my top 5. He is not producing with the weapons he has.
Now, here's a question,
though. You can say Jamar is not playing at the level he did last year, and I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
But he's still playing. T. Higgins is still playing. Tyler Boyd is still playing. Joe Mixon is still playing.
They need to grab a tight end. And I can see them...
Letting C.J. Usman-Zada go was a terrible mistake.
I can see...
Don't get me wrong. Usman-Zada is not an amazing tight end.
Yeah, but he was a great tight end for the Bengals.
He created space.
Yeah.
You still do not want your 6'5" you still don't want the other team's 6'5" tight end that can bully the shit out of your free safety getting an open field still. Like he spread out the defense.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't the big play guy ever.
This is what I can see the Bengals doing in the draft. They need a tight end. Sure, they have Hayden Hurst, but like it's Hayden Hurst, you know.
Hayden Hurst hasn't played good since he left.
The Ravens, Falcons.
Falcons.
But I can see the Bengals trading up to get Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, because he's obviously number 1 tight end in the nation.
Yeah, this draft class is not really fiending for tight ends.
I honestly now this could be biased. It's
more than likely biased.
I think Michael Mayer was a better. Well, okay. Not in college, but I think Michael Mayer is more NFL ready than Kyle Pitts was.
No.
I think he is.
I will stop you there.
Because here's why.
Pitts played at Florida.
And Florida
is one of the most NFL ready teams that you can have in college that isn't named Georgia, Oklahoma, Alabama.
Okay, so here's the thing then. Flip Michael Mayer to Florida and then Kyle Pitts at Notre Dame.
You would take Michael Mills first.
Exactly. Because he has
the chance to be in those big games.
Let's say you put Michael Mayer in the Florida thing, and then you put Kyle Pitts in Notre Dame, but he's already doing good. He's already I want to say NFL ready, but he's about to be there, right? And you just have a young Michael Mayer going freshman year, throw him in there. I think Michael Mayer.
Kyle Pitts.
Here's the thing about Michael Mayer.
NFL ready because of the coverage Kyle Pitts got.
But Michael Mayer is playing with a horrible QB. Horrible. He played with Ian Book, Jack Cohn. Horrible QBs.
And that's why
that weren't NFL ready, or that aren't, or will, you know.
And I will not take anything away from John Mayer. Amazing player, great season.
Michael Mayer, first of all.
I think Pitts will be was and will continue to be more NFL ready.
Yeah.
End of discussion.
I don't know.
He got drafted by a terrible team played with a mediocre Florida QB in college and still had an impressive rookie year. He just could not get the touchdowns. End of story.
It could be just the bias with me being a Notre Dame fan, but I think Michael Mayer is the best tight end from Notre Dame since Tyler Eifert.
And that is your opinion.
Well, who
And
else?
I agree. And I agree with you.
Okay,
When it comes
I was
to
about to
Notre
say
Dame.
what other tight end from Notre Dame, like Kyle Rudolph, but he was older.
I will not sit here and lie and say that he is more ready than Kyle Pitts.
I think he is. I'm sold on Mayer. I love Mayer.
And I wasn't sold on Pitts, and I've seen how Pitts played. You remember? I hated the Falcons taking him.
Yeah, you did. I remember that because they had Hurst, and you're like, why would they do that?
And I still believe that the Falcons made a terrible choice drafting him. Not because of Pitts anymore.
Yeah, because they needed help.
Of the Falcons, because they fucking suck. They're the Falcons.
Yeah.
They have Marcus Mariota as a starter, and I love Marcus Mariota. I think he anywhere else would have been a good QB, but he went to a team that was Julio Jones-less, Hayden Hurst-less, offensive line-less.
Matt Ryan Matt Ryan should have been less.
And Pitts is his only target because Calvin Ridley is out.
Well, they had Calvin Ridley back then. But not now.
But not when Mariota got there.
Yeah.
So, if I am Kyle Pitts, I'm thinking, fuck me, I want out of Atlanta. Now, Myers, great prospect. I believe he will be a good tight end, but he is not more ready than Kyle Pitts.
I will say this. I think Pitts, yes, should have been taken top 10. I think Mayer's top 15. I think he's in that 10 to 15 range. Some may say a little, like, they could go 8 to 10, like 8 to 15, but I think he's in that 10 to 15 range.
Now, I'm not going to slander.
There's going to be teams that are going to need more than tight end. You know?
I'm not going to slander the fact that he is a great player.
Yeah.
And I will also not slander the fact that he has never had an NFL ready QB.
Because he really didn't.
But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that like he. But that's what makes him more on-ready than Pitts. If you would have put Florida's QB with Notre Dame today, he would have probably been looked at as a really good QB because of the school he plays at.
Yeah.
But because Florida has a high QB standard, and I know like, and that's only because of Tim Tebow and like,
yeah,
just. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and ever say there's a more NFL ready QB than Pitts at the moment.
I mean, like,
tight end. Why did I say QB?
Anyway, back with the Florida talk and the QB, and a teammate to Tim Tebow, and how Cam Newton, MVP. Let's go back to the MVP talk.
Yeah, I think Jay Jettis. That's my pick.
I'm gonna read you the NFL odds, okay?
Yeah.
So, with plus 125 is Pat Mahomes. Plus 175 Jalen Hurts. Plus 600 Joe Burrow. Plus 1200 is Tua. 1400 is Josh Allen. 5,000 is Geno Smith. 6,000 is Dak. And then Kirk Cousins, Tyreek Hill, and Jay Jettis all with 10. And then Lamar and Tom Brady with 15.
I think Lamar has definitely gone down.
Yeah, yeah. And then Derrick Henry,
So.
Christian McCaffrey, and then Micah Parsons at 25,000 plus.
I like that Micah Parsons has that good of odds, but we all know he's not winning it.
Yeah,
so.
he's not gonna win it.
I'm not even gonna sit here and be excited, especially after we talked about that defensive MVP stuff earlier. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, he's gonna win. Yeah, no, it's the NFL.
No,
he's more than
likely
gonna be like, oh my god, he's a top 3 in voting.
Unless Micah Parsons gets the NFL sack record, if he gets
if he can literally get 11 more sacks somehow, just out of his ass, and 3 picks.
It's honestly possible. Well, I don't know about the 3 picks. But it's possible for the 11 sacks. Yeah, it's Micah Parsons.
I'm sticking with my pick with Jay Jettos. You can stick with your pick of Patrick Mahomes
But we both can agree that Jalen Hurts is runner-up, right?
Yeah. Oh, easy. No matter who wins, he's runner-up. I feel that's easy.
I feel like if Jalen Hurts just has that amazing game, I think he'll be MVP. Which some could say was this week's game, but I wasn't too sure about it.
He's gonna have to have more than just a game to be able to beat out Patty Mahomes. He's
gonna be. He's probably the. How many games are left? 6.
Yeah, I think 6 or 7. Yeah.
It's week 14.
Week 14. There's only 18 games.
Oh,
there's only 4 games left.
I say if Hurts, 3 out of the 4 games, if he has the games like he did last week, I think he'll be MVP.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You could even say 2 or 3 games.
I think that is an amazing prospect for this year. I think even if he loses, he can certainly ride this momentum out.
Yeah, and it's gonna carry on to next year, and maybe he'll win the MVP next year.
Oh yeah.
While on the topic of the MVP award, these 4 players have been named the Heisman finalist. So I got this pulled up here. So the Heisman finalists are Caleb Williams, the QB out of USC. C.J. Stroud, QB.
You don't really hear USC too much of us.
What was that?
Too much as you. You don't really hear UNC as much as you used to.
USC, not UNC.
USC. Yeah, my bad.
University
of North Carolina.
Yeah, I was like, C.J. Stroud.
I mean, you don't hear them either.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud, QB out of Ohio State. Max Duggan, QB out of TCU. And then Stetson Bennett, QB out of Georgia. Who do you think's gonna win Heisman?
I think C.J. Stroud.
And I like that pick.
I think between media coverage and play, he's probably the guy.
I agree.
After their recent loss to Michigan, though,
yeah,
I can also see it going the other way.
Who else do you think then?
I could see it being Alex.
Who's Alex?
I'm joking.
Who's Alex?
I was gonna say Alex Smith as a joke. I can see it being Caleb.
Yeah, those. I think. Yeah, I can see those two going. I think C.J. Stroud deserves it because I feel like last year he should have got it instead of Devontae Smith.
Yeah,
he had a phenomenal year last year, and this year he had a great year. Obviously, him being one of the finalists. But
yeah,
my picks are not either of those 2 quarterbacks. I think.
You think it's Stenson and Max?
I think Max Duggan from TCU should win it, Just because
Ooh.
TCU, when was the last time they were in the playoffs?
When's the last time you heard of
When was the last
How
time
many
you
times
heard of
have you heard of
TCU?
TC?
And I don't. did they go undefeated? I think they went undefeated. I'm
Yeah, I
not.
think they did too. Check.
Let me pull it up real quick. TCU record. Oh, sorry, they lost one game. They lost one game.
That's still not bad.
Yeah. Let me see what game they lost. They lost. Oh, they lost last week too. Kansas State.
Ooh.
Um.
Big tough.
I mean, it was only by 3 points. They only lost by 3 points. I think Max Duggan should get it, just because.
Yeah.
Yes, C.J. Stroud deserves it. Caleb Williams, I think people knew, oh, he was gonna be good. I mean, C.J. Stroud, they knew he was gonna be good too, beginning of the year, but
no one thought
Max
not
Duggan.
a single person.
Yeah. I will say, I don't think Stetson Bennett should have been in this.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I would have gave it to the running back out of Michigan before I would have gave it to Stetson. And I don't like Michigan. I hate Michigan.
I think the only people who like Michigan are Michigan fans. I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah.
I think if you don't watch Michigan games and are not a Michigan fan, you probably very much dislike Michigan.
Yeah. And something weird that I found out was, I think 2016 Lamar Jackson won the Heisman, and now Stetson Bennett is a finalist. Both of them were born in 1997. Think about that.
Damn.
2016 to 2022. How many years is that? That's 6 years.
That is
6 years. I couldn't do the math in my head for some reason.
He's a late bloomer too.
Let me look up his age, because he's old. I want to say he's 27. He's 20. Oh, I was completely off. He's 25.
That's still old for college, for most college QBs.
But he's been playing since 2017. And he's not even he hasn't even said that he's going to the draft yet.
I think the reason why he hasn't said anything about the draft yet, I think his age is something that teams will definitely.
Who's that QB that the Browns took? I think it was Brandon Weeden. Let me look it up.
I forgot he was still even. I forgot he even played.
Yeah, he's from Oklahoma. He was taken 22nd from Oklahoma, and he was. How old was he? He was 28 years old in the first round. And he only played for the Browns 2012 and 2013. And then his last he finally ended his career in 2018. So he was 34. But still, I don't think Stetson should have been in this talk.
Yeah, no.
I think Weeden. I mean, not Weeden. I think Max Duggan.
I also think Weeden. Yes.
Weeden. I think Max Duggan should get it.
And more NFL news. In Sunday's games, the 49ers lost their star QB, Jimmy G. But did they find the next Super Bowl MVP? And Mr. Irrelevant.
I don't think Purdy's the Super Bowl MVP. Well, okay, sorry.
The other motherfucker wrote the headline.
I wrote that. I wrote that trying to be oh, is he gonna be the next great thing? I don't think he's the next great thing.
I don't think I think that if he plays good, then it will definitely be a miracle.
Yeah. But here's the other thing then. Do you think
But
they've given up on Trey Lance?
they've been gave up on Trey Lance. Are you kidding me?
Well, they were trying to give him a chance, and in the beginning of the year, but then he got injured. So
they've been giving up on Trey Lance. If they were so high on Trey Lance, start Jimmy G when he finally got healthy. They gave up on him before. They gave up on him as soon as he got drafted, and that's just complete and sheer honesty.
Yeah.
About the topic. They gave up on him as soon as they couldn't get rid of Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And that's just the end of it, you know?
Like, I don't think the 49ers are sold on Purdy. Yes, he is a good QB, but I see him not as a starter, but not yet.
Oh.
I think he could be a starter sometime, but just not now. Give him that experience behind Jimmy Garoppolo for like another year. I think you should be fine.
Honestly, alright, listen. Don't get me wrong. I think they should move on from Jimmy G. He wants too much money.
Yeah.
And he's a solid QB, but he wants way too much money. They just paid Debo.
And now they have CMC.
Still paying Fred Warner.
They have CMC now.
They're
Nick
still
Bosa.
They're still playing. Yeah, they're still paying Z. They got Hufanga, who's been playing like a demon out there.
Oh yeah, that safety that came out of nowhere.
He's playing like a demon out there.
That Troy Polamalu, if he used Head and Shoulders. Or wait, no. Does Polamalu do Head and Shoulders or Old Spice? I think he does Old Spice.
Hey, he's Head and Shoulders.
Who's Old Spice then? Oh, that's like Terry Crews or something. Okay, so he's like Troy Polamalu if he did Old Spice.
And then they got Ward.
Yeah, Jimmy Ward.
They got too many young guys who still have plenty of the prime to play.
And that offensive line too. They have that offensive line. They have Trent Williams who they just paid.
Yeah,
Micah.
They have way too many people to be able to keep Jimmy G.
Yeah.
So they need to figure out what they're doing with the QB situation before it obviously gets too late.
I can see them like with Jimmy being injured now. I can see them not paying him. He goes to free agency. Jets sign him because they're not sold on Wilson, and they get rid of Wilson.
They haven't been sold on Wilson since he started blaming everyone else about his problems.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Wilson. Okay. He's not a good QB.
Wilson had a decent first year.
Yeah, but.
And then he threw everything away.
With that game.
With a single interview and a single game, he just threw any chance he had of getting the bag.
But here's the other thing, though. Mike White, he almost just beat the Vikings. He was at the 30-yard line and threw a pick. So, obviously, Mike White can get it done, you know. It was 27-22 against the Vikings. It was at their own 30. He threw a pick. But yeah. I don't want to talk too much about it. That could be another discussion for another day.
What is Zach? You know what? That's gonna be the first fucking line That's the first thing we're talking about next week.
Is Zach Wilson really a good QB?
Zach Wilson, has he fumbled the bag or has his team fumbled the bag? Let's talk about it.
Well, you want to know how, like the Jets even said we're not even going to start him next week. Before the Vikings game, they said that.
I mean,
they're not like they didn't know how Mike White was gonna play at Minnesota, but they still said, "Hey, we're not gonna play Wilson against the
no.
Bills."
He has burnt down too many bridges. The defense doesn't want to hear his ass anymore.
What he needs to do is he needs to
I don't want to
apologize.
hear him anymore.
He needs to apologize and then go out in that practice field and show what he actually can do.
I think as an NFL, and the NFL is about respect. If you don't respect a player, then if you lost respect, it's really hard to gain it back.
Yeah.
Especially for people you dissed 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
People you've blamed for your downfall. People that you have decided that you can't take responsibility for your own actions and put the blame on them instead. I think he's gone and burnt that bridge.
Yeah.
I think most Jets fans want him to either be gone or play like Jesus.
Yeah.
Like if this boy is in Seattle, Gino would still be the starter.
Yeah.
Because everything in Seattle is about respect.
Yeah.
And I can say that's the same for every other team. If you don't have the respect for your peers, your people around you, then you just shouldn't be in the NFL. You shouldn't be on that team.
I agree.
And obviously, I think the Jets are going to give him another chance. They wasted a first overall pick on him. They're going to give him a chance.
Second overall.
Yeah, they wasted a really high pick on him. So they are going to give him another chance.
And if the Jets were redrafting, I think they would take Justin Fields.
I think if the Jets were redrafting, I think the Jets would also take Justin Fields.
Because look how Justin Fields is playing right now. But I don't want to get into this topic. We could do this another day. Finally, the final game in Week 13 was the New Orleans Saints at Tampa Bay. How did this battle turn out, especially in the last quarter?
Honestly, it was a snooze fest for me. I don't know about y'all, but
yeah, I mean, like the first, like,
I think I could have turned that game on to get like a baby to fall asleep.
Yeah, the first 3.5 quarters they were nothing, but then when the I got it right here, the Saints had a 98.7% chance to win, with 6 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. A 98.7, just 6 minutes under with the game, and then they just blew that away, and having they have Tom Brady.
They put Tom Brady in the clutch, and guess what fucking happened?
Tom Brady
showed that he's still fucking Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady's about to refurbish his career, you know?
Yeah.
I think Gisele's gone. You don't have to deal with his kids no more.
Is Brady still undefeated? I think he's 3-0, right?
I think he's still undefeated from the games after the divorce, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, good for him. You know?
Keep it up. You hear that? That's what that means. Girls always ruin your
Bro, take a page out of Andrew. We ain't gonna talk about Andrew Tate. I ain't even gonna make that joke.
Yeah,
it's not even funny.
You shouldn't even gone there.
It ain't even funny, bro.
But yeah, it's crazy. Let me tell you. 19 seconds left of the game. It was 16-10 in favor of the Saints. They had a 78.6% to win. 16 seconds left of the game. No, sorry, 19 seconds. And then Tom Brady did what he's good at.
Tom Brady redid the 23 to 42 or whatever the fuck that end score was.
28 to 3. was the
No, I was
was
talking
the
about the end score.
oh the end score was I think it was 34-28.
28. It was like ridiculously high. So, but like Tom Brady, you never put the odds against Tom Brady, especially that late in the game. You know, like just
Yeah.
don't do it. And the Saints haven't lost to the Bucks in so long in the regular season.
Yeah, the score was 34-28. But yeah. And I think if they had what's his face? Lattimore. If Lattimore was in, I think they would have won. You know why? Because Mike Evans and Lattimore would have fought. But no, like on a serious note, they need to step up the game.
I gambled on that game. I'm sorry.
I gambled on that game. I actually did.
And God damn it, Tom! Why do you have to be so good?
I did gamble on that game and I lost because they didn't get more points. If they got more points, I would have been rich.
Yeah, he only gambled on the amount of points towards the end. He didn't gamble about who was winning.
That's how that's how the thing works, you know.
But no, it was a snooze fest, and then that final quarter hit, and they woke my ass right back up, and then I went back to sleep.
Yeah. Now before we end this week's podcast, we have decided to place our votes for the NFL Pro Bowl. We both got the thing.
Oh yeah,
pulled up.
baby.
We both got the thing pulled up, and I think we should.
I'm gonna vote Zach Wilson just to vote Zach Wilson.
I think we should both like agree with our picks. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we should do our own.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
QB obviously Patrick Mahomes.
Obviously picking Patrick.
Jalen Hurts. Tua.
I'm gonna do Geno. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'll put Geno too. Where's Geno at? There he's at. Oh, it's ranked by yards. We still got 2 more to vote for.
I think we should do a meme one. I think we should vote Davis Mills.
So we're not doing this seriously. Is that what you're saying?
I think we should do one joke one. I think we should do a single joke one.
Let's do John Wolford.
Oh fuck yes.
And then I think for the last, I mean, should we go Burrow? Burrow. I mean Allen. I can see us going for Allen.
Let's do Allen.
Okay. And then
I have no problem with Allen.
Next position, running back. Obviously, Josh Jacobs.
Obviously.
Derrick Henry. I would go with Saquon.
Ooh, yeah, that might be a good one too.
And then I would go with Nick Chubb too.
Jacobs, Chubb, Barkley.
I think
we said Derrick Henry too, yeah.
Yeah, we did the top 4.
Pollard and CMC.
Pollard, CMC. I like that.
Yeah. All right, next wide receiver.
Tyreek, Justin,
Tyreek, Justin,
Diggs.
Justin Jeff, Jake Jettas, Diggs.
Adams, Devontae Adams. He has 12 touchdowns.
So again, the top 4 again.
Top 4
again. I think Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Jalen.
Honestly, I might just do the top 6. Like, to be honest.
Or do you want to go AJ Brown? Because we got.
I'd rather go Terry McLaurin. I'd rather do Terry McLaurin.
But
you know?
but look how many touchdowns compared to AJ Brown's touchdowns.
Mm.
And they
got me there.
They have the
Cuzzo.
Like McLaurin has 1 more reception than AJ Brown.
I honestly want to go Amon-Ra St. Brown.
You want to do a Ron St. Brown? Why him though? He has 76
No,
receptions, just for 11 yards per attempt.
6 touchdowns and almost 1,000 yards? Question mark.
But with 76 receptions
On a Lions team? On Lions?
I mean, if you want to bring that argument in, look at Christian Kirk with 62 receptions, only about 100 yards off from Ron St. Brown.
You know what? Fine. I'll do AJ Brown because you're so against everyone else. I want to do.
But
I'll
like,
do
you see what I mean though? Like,
no, I'll do AJ. I'll do AJ.
I think that's fair. Fullback.
Do AJ.
I don't.
Fullbacks, I think it's literally the same people. Hughes Box, Picard.
Yeah. Well, we have Engold. I think you should put in.
I think DJ. Yeah, I think DJ Watt, CJ Ham.
Yeah. We got one more. You want to do the?
I think we should just do the top 6. Just do the top 6.
Well, I was gonna say we should do the Chargers ones because he has 2 touchdowns.
No, let's do the one at the very bottom with no recorded stats.
Yes, the Bears. or we could do the dude that's wearing the Broncos jersey, but he's actually on the Saints.
No, let's just do the one with the 0 fucking recorded stats. I think that's better. I think that's funny.
Okay, tight end. Travis Kelce, obviously.
Tight end. I think Kelsey.
Andrews.
Dan Waller?
Where's he at? Where is he at? Is he injured?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I was about to say, why? I see Foster Moreau in here, but I don't see him.
I think Hawkins sucks. I think TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawkinson.
Even though he switched teams halfway through the year, but that was like a Lions thing, not a him thing, so.
He can do good on any team, you know.
Bro, we should do a fucking Taysom Hill. Thoughts?
We could.
Taysom Hill is Taysom Hill?
He is second.
He does have 7 TDs.
Yeah, he
does have 7 TDs.
He is second for all that. I mean, yeah, let's do Taysom Hill. We got 2 more. I know you love Kittle. You want to do Kittle?
I like Njoku.
Njoku?
Yeah.
41 receptions. Yeah, we could do Njoku.
Njoku, and then do I have one? Do you also have one more?
You want to do Komet?
Ooh, I like Komet. I like Komet.
I think we should do Komet.
All right. Next position.
Tackles. So, okay. Lane Johnson.
You're gonna have to obviously carry this one. I don't know too much about. I know linemen, but I don't know like deep in line. You know.
Yeah. So I think we should do Lane Johnson. Obvious reasons.
Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
Yeah.
Charles Cross, not so much. I don't really want to do. I'm a Seattle fan. Ooh, Tristan Wirfs. Where the fuck is he at? Trent Williams. He's there too.
Oh yeah, where's he at?
He's deep.
Oh yeah, I see him. We could do Deion Dawkins. He's for the Bills.
Bro, hold up. I need to go back to the top to try to find some of these fucks. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so Orlando Brown's 4th.
Orlando Brown, Lane Johnson. Where the fuck is Tristan Wirfs? Where did you see Tristan Wirfs?
He's on the 3rd row on the far right.
3rd row on the far.
Are you on your computer?
Yes, okay, found him. There we go.
And then Deion Dawkins on the other side. And then we had Tristan Wirfs. We have one more. You want to do Bakhtiari?
I mean, yeah, actually. That sounds good.
I could also see people doing Ramczyk, you know, Ryan Ramczyk on the Saints.
Ramczyk, yeah.
But we don't have another vote. I mean, I like our votes.
Yeah, I just. Yeah.
Next position,
All right.
guards. I think
I think Quentin Nelson was like the easy
yeah,
one. Yeah.
Quentin Nelson and Zach Martin, two of the easiest ones.
Shaq Mason.
Yeah, Shaq Mason, Trey Smith.
Joe Thuney.
Yeah, and then
Lane Dickerson.
I don't think Landon Dickerson. I think
Yeah.
Joe
Say
Patonia.
Landon.
Yeah, his name's Landon.
Oh yeah.
I think Joe Patonio.
You know what? I like it. We haven't shown too much. We haven't shown too much love to the Browns.
The Browns.
At all.
Listen. He was Walter Payton Man of the Year for the Browns. That would have been funny if it went to Deshaun. Okay, Sanders.
You are out of pocket for saying that, and you fucking know you are too.
Trust me, I was laughing.
You
when I said
fucking
that.
know.
Sanders, I think Creed Humphrey.
I think Kelsey too.
Oh yeah, Jason Kelsey. So Corey Linsley on the Chargers. I think David Andrews, Frank Ragnow, and then I'm thinking either Ryan Kelly or Mitch Morris, or Mitch Morris or Ryan Kelly. Which one?
Oh, I like Ryan Kelly.
Okay. And then I think if you just press next position, you go to the ends.
Oh, defensive ends. We go Myles Garrett.
I think we should do all the top four right there.
Yeah, I think that. I also think that. I don't know about Brian Burns though.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm joking.
Okay, I was about to say, why not Brian Burns? Because
I just want to piss you off just a little bit
Brian
about some
Burns
of these
is kind of
picks I'm
amazing.
talking about.
You want to do Hendrickson?
I was gonna say Yannick Ngakwe.
Yeah, I'll go with Ngakwe. He deserves one. We have one more.
Josh or Montez Sweat.
I don't think we should put Josh in, just because he's old and he hasn't been
Montez
good.
then?
Yeah, let's do Montez Sweat. Oh, wait, you're talking about Josh Sweat. Montez Sweat, I like him more. But there's too many Eagles already in here. Defensive tackles.
I think D tackles might be a...
Okay, hear me out. Chris Jones, obviously. Quentin Williams.
Oh, you gotta wait for mine to fucking load.
Oh, my bad.
Slow down, my guy.
I didn't know how...
Yeah, Chris Jones, Quentin Williams.
I don't think Deron Payne. I think...
Justin Simmons?
Well, let's get Hargraves in there.
Simmons?
I think Justin Simmons, and I think Josh Allen, too.
I was gonna say Vita Vea.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Vita Vea as well.
Also, did you just call him Josh Allen instead of Jonathan?
I mean, yeah, shoot, sorry. I was thinking of the Jags, Josh Allen.
Alright, well, that settles that then, huh?
Yeah. Pretty easy. Inside linebacker.
Hold up. Yeah, let mine load before you just start naming fuckers again.
Okay, hear me out. Wait, hang on. Deion Jones only has 8 tackles and 1.5 sacks. Oh, yeah, I guess
he's not doing great.
He was injured, actually.
I think this is my Seahawks backup. I think Jordan Brooks.
I think Jordan Brooks.
Alua Khan.
I would pick Nick Bolton before Alua Khan.
Okay, then pick Nick Bolton before Alua Khan. I don't give a fuck. But Lucan is on my list, regardless of
You know what?
how you think he's
I'll
played.
pick a Lucan. I'll pick a Lucan.
Alright, so are we doing Nick Bolton or no?
I think we should.
Alright, Nick Bolton.
I think we should.
I don't want Kendricks. I don't want Kendricks or Smith, but I do want Patrick Queen.
Okay, I'll agree with Patrick Queen. Why don't you want Smith though?
Although he is getting sacks, he isn't an impact player to me like Patrick Queen is.
Okay. I'll agree with you with that.
Now here comes the last pick.
We have 2 picks.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. There's
some players on here. Ooh, Devin White.
Players.
Devin White with 5.5 sacks.
Oh shit, yeah, I didn't even see that. I didn't even realize he had 5.5.
Oh, do you want to do Bobby Wagner? He has 5 sacks.
Oh,
hang on, timeout. Demario Davis has 6.5 sacks.
Alright, fuck you, Bobby Wagner. Demario Davis. What the fuck?
And he only has 4 less tackles than him. I like that. I like this list.
Alright, so we got outside linebacker now. Alright, we obviously got Matthew Judon,
and
Micah Parsons. You know what? I like Highsmith. I do like Highsmith. He creeped up. He creeped up.
He has that 4 forced fumbles. Let's go with Highsmith.
I also like Hassan Reddick, still playing at that.
Yeah, that elite level.
Yeah, bro. Now, this is where it gets a little difficult to pick.
Yeah.
I like Bradley Chubb before he went to the Dolphins. Now that he's there, not doing too great.
I kind of like Justin Houston.
Justin Houston. All right.
But here's something else though. I think Nwasu is having a better season though.
Nwosu?
Yeah,
I like Nwosu.
I like Nwosu.
I like
more.
Nwosu.
So I'm gonna pick Nwosu instead of Houston.
God.
I did not know. I did not know Carlos Dunlap was on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I saw that. I
wonder.
Do you want to do Josh Allen?
I want to pick Calvin. Yeah, sure, Josh Allen.
Wait, who did you say?
I was gonna say Calvin Noy, because he has no recorded sack.
Wait, who?
Calvin Noy.
Oh, Calvin Noy. I think we should do Josh Allen instead.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Yeah.
Okay. Next position, cornerback. I think Tariq Woolen deserves it, and Sauce. I think 2 of those.
Those 2 like the top guys too. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, Tariq Woolen's the top guy. They're ranking it by interceptions. Sauce is kind of Sauce is by Kyler Fuller.
How the fuck did? I like how both of our team bias popped in as soon as.
Well, I mean, even if I wasn't a fan of either of these teams, I think I would still pick them.
I mean, Marlon Humphrey, by the way, was also one.
Yeah, I also like Darius Slay.
3 sacks. Darius Slay.
Yeah, I like Darius Slay.
If we pick Darius Slay, we're also picking Patrick Peterson. He's revitalizing his career on the Vikings. So
yeah, I agree with you with that. We have one more pick. I don't know who this Bland dude is. Who's Bland?
I've heard his name before.
He plays on the Cowboys, and
I kind of want to see who has just like sacks, just cornerbacks with like sacks, you know?
yeah.
Let's do a little
A
scroll
little
scroller.
dive.
Ooh, Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, I forgot about him.
2 sacks, 43 tackles.
Two.
Legarius Sneed with. Oh nah, we're going Legarius Sneed, bro. 50 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 3 fumbles.
Wait, what the grabs just have?
We can't like deny that. Kobe Bryant has 4 forced fumbles.
Jeez.
Shit, man. Nah, I still like Legarius Sneed.
Oh my God, look at this guy. Logan Neon Danke with 100 sacks, 200 forced fumbles. I think he could have a shot.
They're better. Alright, we're on to strong safeties now, yeah?
I can't believe we're not putting Ramsey in. Would this be his first one? Or not?
I don't think so. I think he got one with
No, I mean like his
Actually-
first one that he didn't get.
maybe, but like you can't argue 3.5 sacks and fumbles, man.
Yeah. Okay, strong safety.
Derwin James is easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Derwin James. I don't know who that Wilson dude is. I don't think he deserves it.
Harrison Smith.
Yeah, Harrison Smith, I was about to say.
Buda Baker fell off.
I think that Hufanga dude from the 49ers.
Yeah, I want him easy. Jordan Whitehead's not playing too great. Ooh, Harmon. 2 forced fumbles, 2 picks.
I like Von Bell on the Bengals.
Ooh, Von Bell. Yeah,
1 forced
we'll go Von Bell. Jordan Poyer, 4 picks.
Where do you see that at? Oh, I see him. Yeah, we could go Poyer.
We should pick this Eagles guy with 1 pick, 7 tackles.
I was about to see. I was like, I saw.
Only because his last name is Blankenship, and it reminds me of the kicker Blankenship also.
Yeah, and his first name also starts with an R.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick him for
I
memes.
am too. Even though there's probably players up here that like deserve it, I'm picking for the memes.
Bro, that fucking fullback's gonna be like, how the fuck did I get votes?
I got 2 votes. Free safety. You on that now?
Yeah, it's loading.
Just tell me when you're in. I see.
I do not. I refuse to pick Minka.
Okay. But I will vote for that Lions Joseph.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Because it's not Carl Joseph, by the way. That's
Yeah,
like
I know.
this is a rookie, I think it is.
Antoine Winfield with 3 sacks, a pick, plus fumbles. I like it.
I do too. I think we should do do we do yeah, I think we should do Justin Simmons.
Ju-
Well,
that has me torn.
let me
No,
know what you think.
I wanna agree, but like,
It's hard for you too. I mean, I
mean,
understand.
if we pick Justin Simmons though, then we gotta pick. We also gotta be picking LaMarcus Joyner here too. I mean,
But do you really see LaMarcus Joyner as a Pro Bowl?
no.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna scroll until I see like something that pops up. I mean, Hamlin, 47 tackles, 1.5 sacks.
I don't even know who that is.
Me neither, but
that's
catch a vote.
No, that's the dude who's behind Hyde, Micah Hyde.
And yeah, he is on the vote.
Micah Hyde's about to be mad.
Nasir Adderley is also in.
I saw Nasir Adderley, but I also see Javon Holland.
I also see Nick Scott.
Yeah, I saw him too. I
like Scott. I like Scott.
Yeah, I like Scott too. I think we should do Javon Holland.
Javon Holland and Scott.
Yeah, those two. And now we have one more. I don't.
Who did you?
Well, I have that.
Oh, you didn't pick Hamlin, yeah.
Wait, who? Oh no, I picked Hamlin.
Hamlin.
I picked Hamlin.
Wait, then who didn't you pick?
I have Hamlin, Winfield, Scott, Holland, and Carl Joseph.
I have Joseph, Simmons,
Oh, okay.
Holland,
Okay, you did pick
Scott.
Simmons. I wasn't sure if you picked Simmons or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I picked him.
Okay, now we're off to the special teams.
Yay!
Okay, Justin Tucker, obviously.
I don't want to pick Justin Tucker just because everyone else picked Justin Tucker.
But it's Justin Tucker. How could you not, though?
But fuck you.
Okay, I think Greg Zuerlein should go in.
You did not just say Greg Zuerlein, yeah?
Dude, he has a 60-yard kick against the Vikings that had so much air left in it.
Fine, I'll pick your stupid fucking kicker.
Do you want me to pick yours? I don't even see yours on here. Oh, Jason Meyer. Yeah.
I guess.
What? Are you picking
We
Jason
should-
Myers?
Shit.
I think,
Honestly, Young Wei Koo.
yeah. And I think Ryan Suckup too. He's been doing some good.
And then I'm just gonna pick Tyler Bass just because.
Well, okay.
And
But here's the thing. I was gonna pick Eddie Pinheiro.
ooh, you know what? I'm getting rid of Tyler Bass.
Oh, but Meyer was 60 for his longest. Oh, hang on, Butker. Go for Butker. Butker has a 62 for his longest.
You're correct.
Go with Butker instead of Pinheiro. I forgot about him. It feels so wrong not putting like McPherson in here. But you suck this year.
What about Jake Elliott?
Jake Elliott.
Ooh, or the kicker for the Steelers with a 59 long.
But then who would you take out then?
Oh yeah, we already have all six, don't
Yeah, we have all 6.
Oh, then yeah, no, fuck that.
Punter.
Next.
Oh wait, long snappers. I'm gonna pick the Jets and the Seahawks.
Honestly, I don't go fuck about long snappers, so this is all you, bud.
Let's go for the Raiders because I feel like I heard his name before. Look, come on, I feel like I've heard his name before. That's how I really do the long snappers. Is like, have I ever heard of you?
Do I give a fuck about you? Probably not, but
Yeah, probably
you're
not.
Here. You're here, you know? You're here.
Let's do Cox just because of the last name. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, and then Washington's. Do Washington's because his last name is Cheeseman.
What the fuck is this?
And then let's do San Francisco's because it's Pepper.
Cheese pepper.
We got Cheeseman and Pepper. Okay.
We got cheese, Cox, and pepper, bro. What's better than this?
Yeah, let's just read the last names of our long snappers. We have Cox, we have Hennessy, we have Seg, we have Cheeseman, have Pepper, and we have Tinker.
What the fuck is this?
Boom. Next position, punters.
Oh no.
I feel like we should do Tress Away. Do you want to do Johnny Hecker?
Cheese man and Cox.
We don't talk about that anymore. It's over with.
Jesus.
Oh, you know who we
Well,
should do? We should do Gillian. Just because we got it wrong. You want to do it?
oh yeah, shit. That's a
Holy
damn.
crap.
What?
Dude, Anger had an 83 long punt. Definitely phony for him.
Wait, did you just say 30?
No, 83.
Oh, I thought you said 33. I'm like,
Nah,
what
83.
what is wrong with, how the fuck did you find this shit, man?
I think Pat O'Donnell for the Packers because he's been playing.
And then, Wishnowski,
Where do you see that at? Oh yeah, Winowski.
Stonehouse, Roundhouse.
Do you want it?
And 74 long.
Yeah, I'll do Stonehouse. Okay, and then
Cheese man
return
and Cox.
return specialist.
Cordell Patterson, I think.
Yeah, where is he at? Oh, hang on. He might be. I think he's. What is this one? He's special teamers, I think. Oh no, he's not even on here. Why is he not on here? That's so weird. Huh.
I wish I told you how many touchdowns they've had on them.
I think it does. Wait, no, it doesn't.
No, it just says. I don't really give a fuck about any of these. I like Isaiah Pinheiro.
I think Ray McLeod. I think he did good. I think Isaiah Rogers. I think that Ford dude on the Browns. I think he did something. I feel like Agnew. Didn't Agnew do something?
Vontae Turpin
Oh,
also.
yeah, Turpin. Yeah,
Agnew also did something. So.
yeah. So that's our picks then.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
What?
Look at DJ Dallas in Seattle's picture.
I saw it. I didn't want to say anything.
I was
did
like
not-
president.
I
I
did-
just saw it on the left. He just looked shocked.
I did not want to say anything.
Okay.
Well, special teamers.
Yeah, special.
Well, they don't have any stats on them.
Wow.
Well, I guess I'm picking
Matthew Slater. You gotta pick Matthew
I'm
Slater.
picking Jets and Slater. Yeah, I think that if he's not even on here, I might kill myself.
Slater's right next to Hardy.
I think Balor.
Wait, who?
I'm picking Jetson.
Oh, Jetson.
I picked Jetson, Seattle's. I think Matt Slater's the most recognizable.
Wait, where do you see Jensen?
Jensen?
Yeah.
I don't think. No, it's not Jensen for
Yeah, it's this
Jetson.
Bellor. Who else did you say was recognizable?
Yeah, it's no one.
Oh, I thought you said someone. Malik, that Hollins dude did something
Not Hollins, dude.
on the Raiders.
Bro, we're disrespecting so many
We are.
special
We
teamers,
are.
bro, right
They get
now.
paid way more money than we ever will.
Bro, they get paid for doing special team shit, okay? Like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And
Boykin, you
who
want to
has
do Miles Boykin?
funny name. Boykin?
Yeah,
Sure.
Miles
Okay.
Boykin, I feel like.
Yep.
I also feel like the Dolphins, Croson did something. Like he...
Yeah, sure, fuck it. I think that's all our picks now, alright?
No, we have two more.
Oh yeah.
Let's do...
No, it's not. Okay. I just had people randomly clicked for some reason.
Wow.
Let's go Wingard, the Jags guy. I recognize,
Yeah.
and I don't know
You want to
anyone
do
else's.
You want to do Haskins? No.
Let's do McLeod. Fuck it. McLeod.
Where do you see
We have-
McLeod at? I saw his name
He's-
somewhere.
He's by Crossing.
Yeah. Oh, I also saw Mike Ford. Mike Ford is good.
Nah, we go
Okay,
McLeod.
we'll go McLeod. Okay, and then review
and I
selections.
think that's all.
Review selections.
Review.
You know, we were doing good until we got to long snappers and
Special teams.
yeah, special teams in general. Let's just see. So we got Hennessy, Tinker, Seg, Cox, Cheeseman, and Pepper.
But also fullback.
Yeah, fullback we're just through.
just randomly picking the Bears guy.
Yeah, we should pick blasting game.
And submit.
Submit. There we go.
Yep. But I hope that fucking fullback gets the full ball.
They're like, okay, so nobody really voted on fullback, but 2 people did vote for the Bears.
Blessing him.
All right. Well,
So yeah.
let me just get back to this. With that being said, tune in next week for more NFL news, and we'll see you next time on the 1 Yard Line.